this is a long time coming with this Kunta J stuff and the Eurocentric Black Left. You know, these people don't really do anything to uplift their own people in these spaces. You know, only thing they do is try to uplift themselves and, advance their own careers or whatever, or their own platform. They don't necessarily care about uplifting their people in the same space. While they try to basically make it seem as if they're fighting against, white supremacy, when honestly they're just kind of performing for a crowd. So I'll be doing this because there's a lot of things we need to actually address, right? Like the J100 things and what the criticism on Kunta J actually is from my perspective and how all this really started. So when it came to Kunta J, it was back in May, and I made a tweet that basically said like, oh, everyone calls black people FBI agents, but they all prep up Bernie Sanders, who basically props up the state. And then Kunta J would tweeted that and liked it, and it annoyed me because I tweet other things like black anarchism or some black revolutionary thought or whatever, and it's just no likes, there's no engagement with it. But if I tweet something that says fuck Vosh or basically critical of white people, these people start to show up. And that to me is very annoying and disrespectful, because it's like you guys only show up to just shit on white people. You don't actually uplift black people in the same space, making me question if you guys are even pro-black, if you guys are doing this to help your people, because it just seems that you're just here to just make fun of white people and dunk on them. Just like how the debate bros and the white, white people on the left basically just want to shit on Nazis all day, right? It's not doing anything for your own people in the community. So I criticized him for that, and Kunta J was like, chill, chill, chill. And we can show you those tweets. We can show you that Kunta J was basically doing this.
Chill.
Yeah, hold up. Yo,
I'm chill. My nigga. Chill.
Yeah, hold up. Yo,
I'm chill. My nigga.
And, so when Kunta J is trying to make it seem as if I'm mad because he didn't, support J100, that is a misrepresentation of the criticism on him. And that's what shows to me that, Kunta J is a piece of shit. It doesn't stop there, obviously. So Kunta J is just replying with these reaction gifs, basically saying, I'm just vibing, bro. I'm just chilling. I don't know what's going on. And I'm making it clear to Kunta what I'm basically calling him out for, and he's still confused. So one thing I did was I replied to him with a Marcus Garvey quote. In this quote, Marcus Garvey is saying that he came to America, and when he came to America, he checked out things, and he saw that from the so-called Negro leaders, the black leaders that were here, they had no programs. They had nothing to help their people. They were just being opportunists, making money off black suffering and black death. Marcus Garvey didn't like that. And Kunta J is still confused, right? And I'm telling Kunta J, I'm not here to coddle you, bruh. I'm not here to make you feel comfortable. I'm calling you out for basically engaging in performative activism, right? You just shit on white people and don't ever do anything to uplift your own people in this space. You just shit on white people and then make yourself feel like a revolutionary and whatnot. And it just shows a lot to me. So Kunta being Kunta just basically saying, I'm completely lost, I don't understand, it makes no sense. Like, you're just being dismissive, trivializing, and just trying to make it seem like it's ridiculous. Like, this is what Kunta does all the time. He's a manipulator, he is a gaslighter, and that's why I don't trust these tweets, seeing how he acts in general. So J100 comes in and explains what happened to him, because I tagged J100, and his situation particularly annoyed me because J100 didn't get no support from any of the black leftists. Even though all these people would say, I'm pro-black and we need to be more racist to white people, they leave J100 to dry and don't support him in any way. So J100 is pointing this out to Kunta, then Kunta makes it clear that this has nothing to do with me. And that to me is very revealing. It just shows how this dude isn't pro-black and isn't for his people. He isn't here to help us or protect us or do anything with us. He's just performing as some black activist revolutionary online. And it's just crazy. J100 just sees this and he's like, wow, it's really like that? He just realizes that, damn, y'all really don't got us. Y'all really not here for us. Y'all really don't give a fuck about us. Like, we experience anti-blackness on this platform and you're just saying it's not your problem. Like, it's just really funny how all this is playing out right at this time, like in real time. And then Kunta's like, so you all get mad at me, didn't defend or boost you? I don't know either of you. You didn't ask me, just randomly call me out for tweeting. And it's like, the thing is, we always reach out and no one replies. Nobody cares about us. Nobody wants to do anything with us. So it's like this right here. We don't give a fuck if you say this because we already know how things play out. We already seen how things play out. So, I asked Bontu, like, how many times you reach out to people? And then Bontu's like, I gave up doing that. Because he tried so many times, and these people never do anything. They never say anything. They never want to do anything. They just want to go on Twitter and shit on white people. This is what we experience, by the way. This is what we particularly have experienced in this space. So Kunta says that white Jews own the media isn't a shit I endorse anyway. And this basically makes J100 clarify himself saying our media. So this thing with white Jewish people owning black media is nothing new to black people here. It's a conversation that black people already had.
You and shit like that.
Well, you know what's really funny? You know what's something that I feel like a lot of black people don't realize? A lot of people don't realize a lot, and I didn't realize it until I did my video on hip-hop culture. I was so disappointed. When I realized this, and this is actually what kind of really made me kind of step away from trap and everything. Did you notice that even though black people is like black, but yeah, did you notice that hip hop and rap is black-faced? Think about it, right? Black people sing it, but who writes it? Who's running the record labels? Who's the managers? It's not mainly black people.
Listen, that is actually a very good point. And that's why a lot of black people always complain in the music industry per se about not owning their their publishing, not owning shit. It's because you don't own it, right? They get into this industry where the radio stations, the corporations, the media, MTV, the television shows, all that play music, streaming music, a lot of it is owned by the same exact people. The Jews.
Black people don't own black music. Therefore, that is why it sounds that way. That is why it's so low vibrational. It makes perfect sense. Like when I really did the research, dead ass, when I really sat there and was looking through, you know what made me really look into it? When Nick Cannon was popping all that shit about Jewish people, and I realized his ass didn't even fucking own Wild 'N Out. I was like, how he don't own Wild 'N Out?
He don't even own Wild 'N Out. That's so pathetic, and that's one of our points: ownership. Literally. They taught that little nigga a lesson. They say, we're gonna teach this little nigga a lesson.
It don't make fucking sense.
His career.
It's so fucking sad. And when you think about it, black rappers and black artists, when you think about it, they're always complaining, always bitching on live, always tweeting, oh, blah, 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 they fucking with me. Oh, they fucking with my contracts. Oh, they messing with my this, my that, my publishing. And I never understood. I thought it was just bad record deals. This some fucked up shit.
So if you think, oh, you guys are all hoteps, so you might be talking to a large part of the black population, because a lot of people know that white Jewish people own black media in America. There is a history between white Jewish people and black people that is never addressed. Instead, what people do want here is bring up the elders of Zion. First of all, many black people don't even know about that shit. I never knew about that shit, but for some reason, all you guys could think of is elders of Zion, because you're very Eurocentric and you don't possess any Afrocentric perspective. Black people have a unique interaction with white Jewish people that you're not addressing, and that you're trying to connect to fucking Hitler. That's how anti-black it is, that you dismiss black trauma and you basically are erasing black history because it makes you uncomfortable. So we sent that thread explaining the history between black people and white Jewish people. And you would think, if you sent that to Kunta J, surely he read it. You know what he did instead? So this piece of shit, Kunta J, quote tweets J100 and presents him in a way that makes him look anti-Semitic and tries to say that I'm mad because he didn't boost J100, when clearly he was telling this idiot that the reason that I'm coming at you mainly, is because you don't do anything to uplift your people in this space and you only show up to shit on white people. That's why we're mad. You are performative. You don't really care. We are suffering and you're profiting from our suffering. You're profiting from our politics. You're profiting off the backs of people who are here trying to actually liberate us. You're trying to make yourself seem like a revolutionary, and we demand more from you, from the way you present yourself. Hip-hop communist, fucking black communist, openly black, but you're performative. That's just some sort of aesthetic that you put on fucking social media for yourself to make yourself look like you're progressive. You're a piece of shit! Like, we don't hate Jews. We love black Jewish people. We stand in solidarity with the white Jewish people who are going against the imperialist white Jews, the white supremacist white Jews. Because there are white Jews who actually call out the white supremacist white Jews. There are white Jews who are calling out other white Jews for basically, like displacing Palestinians. We support the marginalized. We support the black Jews. We support the Jewish people who are being discriminated in fucking Israel. Because it's not the white Jews that are being discriminated against. It's the black Jews. So when we try to talk about this and have that conversation, these people stop that conversation from taking place. They stop that nuance that we could have in these conversations, right? They stop that from even happening. Literally, I was retweeting a white Jewish woman who was getting attacked by other white Jews for calling out white supremacy. You guys are against us.
The wrong sort of Jew, self-hating Jew. I was called that for the first time when I was 19 years old at university, where I made a speech in defence of a pro-Palestinian motion. And it was in the Jewish Telegraph. And they front-paged it. This self-hating Jew, she must hate herself when she looks in the mirror. I was 19 years old. I've had people phone me up and say, we're going to put you in a wheelchair, we know where you are, we're outside your door. Probably the worst incident was when I was with my sister at a meeting about anti-Semitism with all Jews on the panel, and people were shouting at us, capos, capos.
You're called traitor Jews, capos.
Capo was a Jewish inmate of a concentration camp who collaborated with the authorities. We're talking people who collaborated in annihilation of their own people. So it's a pretty bad thing to be called. And it's Jews calling other Jews. Not nice. As a Jew on the left, who is intensely anti-racist and intensely aware of what anti-Semitism is and how dangerous it is, to be called an anti-Semite oneself is about as low as it gets. It's a bit like being accused of paedophilia or something. I cannot really think of anything worse. And it undermines the fight against real anti-Semitism. This is one of the most frightening things for me. People have been weaponizing accusations of anti-Semitism for political ends. The fact that that is going on seriously undermines and endangers our chances of dealing with genuine anti-Semitism, which is a real threat in our society.
We're to your left. You're attacking black people to defend white supremacists, white capitalists, and imperialists. Congratulations. Congratulations about how stupid you look. You need to be at a circus for how stupid you look. You're not going to age well. Because in the future, our points are going to be the popular points. That's going to be the points that's going to be said in the future. Yours will not be. You're going to look really dumb in the future because you don't know what you're talking about. We have the receipts. We have the documentation. We did the research. You did not. When we suggest that you Google it, you didn't Google it. So it's your fault. You intentionally wanted to be loud and wrong. So it's not our fault if we don't want to do anything with you. You have shown to us that you don't support us, that you don't want to be there for your people, that you look at your people as malicious. Congratulations, you're anti-black. All we wanted was ownership of our own property. All we wanted was ownership of our own music and our media. And you guys feel like that's violent? You're threatened by that? For what? What are you threatened by? What are you scared by? That we're going to own our own things? We're not asking to kill nobody. We're not demanding that we put someone through the guillotine. We're just demanding fucking sovereignty and autonomy. And y'all don't support that. And then you're supposed to think that I should like you? That I'm molding? Like, that's anti-black. You're dismissing black trauma. How do you think we feel about that? How do you think we're supposed to feel about that? We can't even get support from people who present themselves as revolutionary and pro-black to support black sovereignty. That is some next level bullshit. That is so disrespectful. Fuck y'all, bruh. Fuck y'all. There's a lot that happened. One, we have all these spaces, like one with this person named Raw. All these white people are coming at us, people get blocked, like anti-ICE cop. All these people, I call out anti-ICE cop for saying, you always shit on white people, but then you have all these white friends and your besties on a different platform. It's just really funny. It's a lot. It's a lot to this. And I think to understand this the best way you can, you need the beginning, you need the origins. And that's all I can really do for you guys right now, to give you the origins of it. If you want to learn more, go to like Bontu's video for even more information. I'm going to link that in the description and probably put it in the comment section. But that's really I'm going to give you guys all for right now, because honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot to cover, but this is what you need to know the most.